I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Did you hear me?
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further. Giselle's stolen money. Prewen has some unethical way of financing them. It's locked, all right.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Rodney?
Yes,
Then why did...
that arsehole...
Whatever...
I just wanted to...
Believe me...
I'll go back. I'll go back.
I cannot enter.
Keep your distance, Echo.
It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked. locked, all right.
I don't care!
Here's all you deserve. This one's mine! Want some of this?
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Recognize him?
No, this one ain't on our list.
Well, that's one less anyway. Make it go.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Last warning, sir! Burn it, boys!
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home. It's locked, all right. The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected. Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny, I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
Forgive me.
I'll tell you what. Come back.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley.
I almost didn't recognize you.
You need some...
Women of all countries unite!
Good evening, miss.
Oh my...
Wait, no. Why do you think I would...
Don't worry, Dr. Reed.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. Goodbye.
She's been quite busy.
I cannot enter. Good evening, miss. Can I help? Miss, you don't seem well at all.
No, it's me.
I must...
Women die too in this war. Support the equality between men and women.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, son.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Goodbye, Avery.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
Good evening, sir.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun...
Well, I must admit it.
Welcome, Dr. Reed.
I may have a look.
Please, sir. Whether you need to buy something or not, watch me, sir.
Women die too in this war. Women of all countries unite. Women's rights.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture. I cannot enter. It's locked.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here!
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Is not the nature of this club a secret, shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign econs. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshaw was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No. He was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
You were spying?
Not personally.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Scals are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire. Good evening, Miss Ashby.
And good evening to...
What do you think?
I was raised here and I...
Yes.
A small world.
You won't trick me twice, young lady.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that.
Is there something...
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste.
Even if that's partly true.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and...
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. But
did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16. Though I suspect...
What are you doing?
You mean, what do I do outside?
Actually, yes.
Well, if you must know,
Are you a suffragette, then?
All adult women have the right to vote in the U.S.
No need to convince me, Miss...
Really? Oh.
How the...
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the...
Explosives are very dangerous.
She is my best friend, and just...
Have you any reason to be...
Recently, Emily
Let me guess.
Oh, that would be top.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose...
No, I don't.
Do you ever regret that she chose...
Of course not.
I'm investigating the source.
A few days ago, I spotted a strange strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite busy these last...
Good evening, Doc.
I'm investigating the source of the...
Not really. Wait.
Thank you.
They have a house in the southern part of the district.
Goodbye.
Rangers come into your house.
Have you noticed anything?
Good evening, old...
I won't lie to you, John.
When did you...
You know what's funny?
I know it...
Of course.
What is this?
I saw a terrible thing.
How is your wife?
We've spent so much time away from each other.
But you're alive.
Believe me, it's not quite...
Is everything all right?
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny?
I'm investigating...
Infection is every...
Yes? What?
Not enough noise for a bit...
You need some...
Miss Reed. Yes?
I'm current...
Not really.
The MacPhersons.
I think it's a rich house.
Goodbye.
Of course.
Hello again.
Jonathan.
Do you need...
I'm all right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
No! No! Killing bastard! This is no place for you, sir. Stop now! Crush the
This is despicable. This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage. He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent. Ah!
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution? So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school. That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for? I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Liar, coward, you brought this on us.
You infect...
Cheating bastard!
Still your tongue, wife!
Liar, coward, you... Cheating bastard!
Still your tongue, wife!
Liar, coward, you brought... you bastard!
Still your tongue, wife!
Liar, coward, you brought this on us!
You infected the whole family!
You bastard!
Still your tongue, wife!
Liar, coward, you brought this on us!
You infected the whole family! I said I wanted to leave!
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again. Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too.
Do you need...
It may...
I understand.
The nutrition.
I'll leave...
Please, sir, come steady, boys. Die, vermin!
It's locked.
Watch yourselves! These Our beast must burn! Have no fear! Filthy piece of shit! Don't like that! It's not human! Kill it! Over there!
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
We cannot be defeated! Oh, that's gonna smell! God walks with me! Christ, he's dead! Stop!
It's locked, all right.
you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your...
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
The tall queen. You can but lower your head, fit only to smirk at her soil.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Woe unto my children, my beloved! On guard! You killed my father. I smell your fear. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of Sheep's beauty once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? My blade shall pierce your villainous heart, dark prince. Hear and obey, for your queen commands you. You killed my father! Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of Sheep's beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Arise and save your queen, my slaves. Your blood will be mine. Your hand is shaking. Come to me, my servants. Avenge. My blade shall pierce your villainous heart. Your hand. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of Sheep's beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? I summon thee, my children of the night. Fight! Slay! Bit! Kill! Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! blade shall pierce your villain. Touché, sir. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they can share her fate? Your blood will be mine! On guard! Here and obey!
For your queen commands you. Attack!
Your hand is shaking. I summon thee, my children of the night. Maim, spit, kill! You killed my father. Prepare to die. My children, my beloved. Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! On guard! Your blood will be mine! Your hand is shaking. Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! I smell your fear. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she who was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they can share her fate? You kill! On guard! Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! On guard! I smell your fear.